My name is Simon Dunlop. We're sitting here in the middle of Moscow in DI Telegraph. DI Telegraph is a tech hub that we've built in the old Central Telegraph building, which since 1926 has been the center for all innovation and communication around Russia and what was the Soviet Union. And for the last year, we've been open here serving startups and entrepreneurs in the tech space, putting on conferences, and more importantly, bringing startups and entrepreneurs into one place where we can help them to develop their products, to develop their businesses, with a view to taking those businesses outside of Russia to international markets. There's a huge amount of talent, raw engineering and maths talent here in Russia, and a lot of good ideas around products and businesses building them, but not a lot of experience in taking those products outside of Russia. In fact, you can probably count the names you've heard of tech businesses that have grown their businesses outside of Russia on two hands. So that seems to be a clear part of the market that needs to be addressed, and we're working to do that here. How we do that is bring together some of the best teams, best companies that we can find in the country, teams that have already pretty much got their act together, know where they're going, already have a product or a prototype, and are really interested to connect with the venture capital community in other markets, specifically the US, UK, and also in business development, how to get their businesses out there, how to get their products into other markets. As a co-working, we're able to bring international companies looking to have a footprint in Russia as well. And that also increases the kind of mix and the serendipity that can happen with international companies meeting local companies and local companies meeting international. There's Bookmate, which is a mobile social reading application, which now has offices in Singapore, in Manila, in Stockholm, and is getting some real traction outside of Russia. There's Instrumatic, which is a pretty cool ad tech company doing audio ad insertion into games, which now has an office in New York and is building its business outside of Russia. The tech ecosystem in Russia is highly fragmented. So one of the things we've introduced here is a conference facility, which we have connected to our co-working and main space, where we run education events, conferences around tech, entrepreneurship, trainings, things like that, which work very well to bring audience to the space and add value to the startup sitting here. Also, as a helicopter landing pad for companies wanting to grow their business in Russia, which is still the largest e-commerce market in Europe. It's a pretty good starting point. You meet a lot of the necessary contacts for business development, for hiring local team. For example, BlaBlaCar is sitting in our space here and growing their local business and team. Clearly, Russia gets some pretty bad press at the moment, but there's some really strong innovation coming out of here, and clearly a lot of talent. And when it works best is when you combine local talent with Western experience to build good businesses, and that's really what we're about.